Welcome everyone to the Wrestling Click, and today we will be reviewing the Monday Night Raw on April 20th, 2020. This week, Raw kicked off with Drew McIntyre coming out to do a promo on how now that he is the WWE Champion, he has a huge target on his back, and that it is pretty crowded at the top with all the people that want to challenge him for the WWE title. Zelina, Angel Garza, and Austin Theory interrupt, and they talk about how tonight Angel Garza will beat Drew McIntyre. As they're talking to Drew, Andrade comes into the ring to attack Drew, but Drew McIntyre is able to fight back and lands 2 Claymore kicks on Andrade. The first match of the night is Austin Theory versus Aleister Black in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. This was a great competitive match that made the newcomer Austin Theory look very strong. But in the end, Aleister Black wins and qualifies for his first ever Money in the Bank. Next up, we had Shayna Baszler versus Indy Hartwell. This match, Baszler dominated, wins the match, and then after the match attacks Indy Hartwell with a ladder, once again brutalizing her opponent and making her look sadistically strong. Next up, we had the new formed tag team of Ricochet and Cedric Alexander versus Shane Thorne and Brendan Vink. This was a fairly short match, as it seems like they're trying to build Ricochet and Cedric Alexander as a new dominant tag team. So they win this match fairly shortly. Next up, we had Kairi Sane versus Nia Jax. Just like last week, but a little bit more competitive than their first match. But in the end, Nia Jax once again looks dominating and wins the match. Next, we had a promo from Seth Rollins. Earlier in the night, Drew McIntyre challenged Seth Rollins to a match at Money in the Bank, saying that Drew believes Seth Rollins deserves a match for the title. Seth says in this promo that he is a true leader, and that's what separates him and Drew McIntyre, and that he is going to win and take Drew's title not because he wants to, but because he has to. Next up, we had a Money in the Bank qualifying match between MVP and Apollo Crews. This match passed fairly quickly, made Apollo Crews look strong by winning this match and qualifying for the Money in the Bank. Next, we had Ruby Riott versus Liv Morgan. Once again, this was a fairly quick match, this time with Liv Morgan coming out on top and winning. Next, we had another Money in the Bank qualifying match. This was between Rey Mysterio and Buddy Murphy. This was a good back and forth fast-paced match, which made both Mysterio and Murphy look good. But in the end, experience wins when Rey Mysterio wins and qualifies for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Next, we had Charlotte Flair versus Kaden Carter, which was quite possibly the fastest match of the night. Charlotte Flair squashes Carter and wins the match. Next, we have Andrade versus Akira Tozawa in a fairly decent match. Considering Andrade is the U.S. champion, he wins this match pretty cleanly. Next, we have Bianca Belair versus Santana Garrett. This match was fairly back and forth. Bianca Belair basically dominated the match, but there was little sparks of Santana Garrett trying to come back. But in the end, Bianca Belair wins. Next, we have the main event of the evening, where the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre takes on Angel Garza. This match had quite a lot of interference from Zelina, Austin Theory, and Andrade, where they interfered a couple of times, trying to take the odds out of Drew McIntyre's hands. But then Drew takes a dive over the top rope into everyone except for Zelina and eliminates the fact that they are interfering throughout the match. Once the odds are even, he hits a Claymore for the win. Then after the match is already over, while celebrating the match, Drew goes back down to the ring and finishes Garza with a second Claymore, which ends Raw for tonight with the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre standing tall and looking strong. This week's Monday Night Raw was a fairly good Monday Night Raw. We got to see a couple of matches that we've never seen before, and most of them turned out to be pretty good competitive matches. Was very impressed by a lot of the wrestling throughout the night, and it's very exciting to see Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre be confirmed for Money in the Bank. So thank you guys for watching the Wrestling Click. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell for future videos. And make sure you like this video. It really helps support the channel. Thank you guys, and I will catch you in the next one.